Just kind of picking away at this bike here, taking some more stuff off so I can paint it. Let's see, is that the right size? Nope. Look at all these, this was all inside the headlight. I don't know, that's like a gazillion wires. Took the wheel off, and now I want to get these off. This is my goal for today, so I can get them fixed up because they're dented up pretty bad. All this has to come apart anyway. Gonna make it a lot easier to polish everything up, make it all pretty. This piece here just popped off. It's starting to get simple. That's not too bad a shape, that one. This one's got a little dent in there. We'll yank that out, fix it. Alright, let's keep going. I see. Shock just pulls straight down. I'm just hitting those with some 150 grit. Yeah, with the oil tank, there's no sandblasting, and the other side piece, it's in pretty good shape. Just got a couple real small little dents. Easy to look after those. So everything's all kind of semi-prepped up here. Now we got these dents to deal with. Unfortunately, you know, you just can't get in there and pound them out, so I'm going to have to use a nail. It's going to be kind of interesting to see how this is going to work out here. But we'll give one a try. It's not very thick stuff, so you guys got to be pretty careful. But it should be easy to pull the dents. Alright. It's coming. Now, one of the things I do not want to do is try and rock that off there, because if I do, I'll probably put a hole in there. So I'm just going to cut them off. These are some pretty sharp dents in there, so it's going to be tough to get out. These are pretty tough to pull, but they're coming. dented up pretty bad. Well, you know, worse. So I think this one here, we just have to go easy on it. I just don't want to burn a hole in it. But it should pop easier than, you know, stuff on these. Let's see. That popped out pretty good. Now for the best part of the job. Just doing the body work. And I'll probably just put this on and then sand it with some 80 grit. You know, there's no room to file really, so. I think I mixed up a little bit too much filler, but that's okay. There's still lots to do. You know, like little projects like this, you know, I got lots of leftover little bits of 80 grit, you know, that when it really counts, you know, you want it sharp, and it's kind of, you know, medium. They work perfect for a job like this. And it takes some time, but that's okay. Maybe I'll hit her with some 40 grit real quick. Yeah, the 40 grit is, you know, you're just getting it close. Like this is just till 40. I've left room so that I can finish it with some 80. And then the primer will look after the rest. Now I'll finish everything off with some 80 grit. So if you're, depending on what primer you're using, if you're just using one of a spray can, you know, you might want to, you know, hit it with 80 and then go over it lightly with some 150. I may even do that. Gonna see what happens. But usually, you know, when you're using a good high build, they'll look after those scratches, no problem. Just prepping up, getting ready for some primer, and pretty happy. I think the body work is going to be just fine and dandy. And I'm going to put 2 coats of primer on, and then we'll just sand with some 320 and go right to paint. But there's lots of rubber grommets and on the headlight, got to do them. Make sure everything's all taped up. These were sandblasted, so they're not too bad for sticking. If you're having trouble with your tape sticking, just take some lacquer thinner, wipe them down, and the tape will stick just fine. All right, primer time. Well, primer's all set up. I don't know if you can hear, but we got a really good rainstorm going on. So perfect day to be in the shop and doing a little sanding. So we're gonna get all this stuff prepped up here for the motorcycle. And then what I've decided, like on the tank, I've got it clear coated, and then I'm gonna put my decals on. I think that I can probably put the decals on here after I get them painted, because it's going to be a fairly simple little procedure. I'm not going to have to spend a lot of time on that, and then I can go right to clear. That's what I'm going to give it a try. So we'll see how that works out, and I'm sure that it will. And I'm not going to try and save the world here by, you know, using a block or anything like that. No way, man. I'm going to use the palm sander. Gonna hit her with some 320, and then she's ready for paint. Gonna get rigged up. So before I get too excited about sanding the, I was just thinking about it as I'm sitting there sanding away. I want to tape that stuff up. I want to spray. I'm not going to spray the inside with green. I'm just going to use this one step. It's just a self-etch primer. Give it a couple good coats in here, and that's all I'm going to need. I think that's the way to do it. But I'm going to tape this stuff up first. Now a lot would say, oh, you don't need to tape inside. But, you know, we got to keep shoddy down to a minimum. We do our best. Well, that sure didn't take very long. And I just took a scuff cloth and scuffed the inside out. And if I have some leftover spray paint in my, you know, when I'm spraying, I don't want to have to go out and buy another can. If I have a little bit left over, then I'll, you know, give it a bit of a mist. But just have to wait for a nice day now and we can spray these. So we'll give everything a really good cleaning here. Just trying to avoid as many issues as possible. You don't want a fisheye. This one I got to be a little bit more careful with because I've drained the oil, but there's still oil. Just hanging the last piece here. Give everything a nice light tack. And I'm just making some reference marks here. I have a measurement from here down, and I actually drew it on a box, and it's still here, so I'm lucky. I'm just going to freehand it and do my best, because if I use water, there's just no way in the world that I'm ever going to get these letters done right. It's going to be hard enough as it is. So the one, the numbers, I gotta line up to the top. I think I'm pretty straight there. Doing it. It's going down. That wasn't too bad. See if the transfer paper will come off now. Just want to give these letters one more little shot here. Success. One more tank to go. Number 2. That looks pretty good. Right there. Just going to come up just a hair more. Over. Right there. This one turned out better. No bubbles. Just give her a real light little wipe down here. Some wax and grease. Like I said, I do not want to take some chances with fish eyes.
Now 2 coats of clear. Maybe 3 on these ones. I kind of missed it.